Hi everyone, I hope you all had a good day. I'm here to do my nighttime routine for you. So this is my winter time routine, but honestly, I will say I probably do this all the time, or at least I alternate products. My winter ones are of course a little heavier than my summer ones. Um, but I start with a very mild cleanser in the evening. I don't feel as though I need a heavy cleansing if I haven't had much makeup on. Like today I wore only mascara and blush, so I like to kind of reserve my scrubbings for when I really need it. So one of my favorite cleansers is by Clinique, and it is the extra mild liquid facial soap, extra mild, and I have been using this for years and years and years, and I absolutely love it. It's very gentle, and after I've cleansed in the morning, and then I have no sunscreen on today because I was not outside, um, so I try to just give my skin a little bit of a break, especially in the winter when it's always so extremely dry anyway. I try to take it easy on it. So I'm going to start with cleansing my face right here for you guys now. I did bring my cloth out. This cloth is an erase your face cloth that my son had given to me for Christmas, and it was a set of 2, and these things are amazing. They're great. They take everything off. They're very gentle. They don't tug. They don't pull. You have to give a soft hand to it on your own. But anyways, I'm going to remove my glasses here, and just a little pump is all you need. And generally my face is a little bit more wet. I'll splash water on it, but for tonight demonstration purposes, I can just massage this gently right over my eyes. I go, and then up and around, and then a little bit more I'm going to put on my neck. I was in a seminar all day, so I left in the dark and I came home in the dark, so I actually did not use sunscreen. Shame on me, but I was in a hurry when I left and it just didn't work out. And I knew I was going to be in the dark, so I wasn't fretting completely. Okay, so now I'm going to take my cloth, and with this cloth, you just barely have to, press it along your face. And I will go off camera for a moment and just give it a rinse and another gentle wipe. But this, it takes everything off, and it is so gentle. There's no tugging and no pulling, and I'm still working on that strange spot that I have right there that I'm not sure what's going on with. So anyways, there we go. It's almost all off already because, like I said, the formulation of that cleanser is very mild and wonderful. So I never feel as though I'm being stripped. Even if I have a full face of makeup on, this removes it. No issues. And again, without that stripped, dry, tight, like I have no tightness. Do a little face yoga. I have no tightness right now in my face. So I do want to just give another quick little rinse. So I'm going to shut this off for a moment and run and cleanse this real quick and do another rinse, and then I will be back to show you the rest of my evening routine. Okay, I'm back. So I did go in and give another rinse and saw some, because I'm blind as a bat, can't see out here. I saw some of the mascara that was removed with the cleanser that I missed under my eyes, so I was able to rinse that away very nicely with that cloth. Again, that was called an Erase Your Face, and it is a wonderful, soft, absorbent, and gentle cloth for cleansing your face and your neck. So, so that was the Clinique. I also have another one that I brought out to show you. It is, okay, I found it. I had left it in the bathroom. Oh my gosh. It's been a long day at work. So I was, at a seminar all day anyways. Lot of information piled in my brain, so now I can't think. But I had received this as a sample, or I got it with Sephora points. I don't recall actually, because it's kind of large for a sample, so I don't know if I got it as a free one. But this is Fresh Soy Face Cleanser, and I have used this one a few times, and I love this one. I haven't priced it out because I have a few others that I'm using that I'm kind of alternating with. And I wanted to, make sure I use some of my stuff up before I go and buy another one, because I already bought a whole slew of moisturizers and, different things that I'm trying out for that. different vitamin C ones. So anyway, and peptide ones. A couple that I showed in my morning routine, those are new. And then, so now I'm going to move into my next steps. So typically at this point, oh, good gracious, this hair. Typically at this point, I did start a prescription Tretinoin a little while ago. So that's going very well. I'm not having any issues other than some slight, dryness. I wasn't moisturizing enough with it. So please be careful if you are using a tretinoin or a strong retinoid. You want to do your moisturizer. Somewhere I had heard from someone or was watching something and it said, just let it do its thing. So I was trying that and I should have known better. My skin is so dry to begin with that should have been like a huge red flag to me. So maybe for oily skin, whatever, I don't know. I would not recommend it using it on its own, and I will never use it by itself again. But I did for a couple of months, and not good. So, anyways, at this point, that's when I would put this on. But on my off nights, I am trying a retinoid. I will still use retinoids, and I am still purchasing them, retinol, in different products. And this is one that I just found from Pacifica. And it's called Wake Up Beautiful. This has it says it's an overnight retinoid cream with retinoid, melatonin, and mushrooms. So it's a very rich formula. I love this stuff. It gives me no drying. It does not feel tight. It feels very emollient. It just gives a very nice coating, and I feel like I'm getting those benefits from a retinoid. So on the off nights of the Tretinoin, I am using this. So for demonstration purposes of my off night, I'm going to put this on for you. So I do put this on first, and then I also, layer. So I have a few other creams that I'm going to layer on top of this, but I want my retinoid or retinol to be the closest on my skin and absorb in quickly. Now again, if your face is dry and cleansed, then you are ready to go with a cream like this or with your retinoid, retinol, or tretinoin. They say to make sure your face is dry to cause less irritation. So, it's always good to follow instruction. So anyways, oh, I'm sorry. So I took just a little dab of that. And I'm going to put the lid right back on because I don't like air exposure to any of my skincare products. So then I just give this a nice, oh, my hands are cold, a nice pat. I don't go on my lips. I do go right up under my eyes with this because it's just a retinoid. So it's not as strong as the tretinoin, which is the most potent, form of vitamin A. So I go up close, but I will not go on the rim of my lips. So that's all I do with that. And then now I can give this a few minutes to settle in because I like to give, with my nighttime routine, I like to take my time. I don't want to feel rushed or, like I'm not giving time for the product to absorb and do what it's meant to do. So at this point, I let it sit for probably about 5 minutes or so, unless I'm in a scrambling mess and trying to get to bed. But I usually will just go and either do some cleaning or do some reading or whatever I need to do. And I just kind of let this soak in. And so I'm going to do that. And I won't bore you with hanging out with me while we wait for this to settle in for a little bit. And when I come back, I will have my next couple of steps on another new product. All right. So now I feel like it's good. I feel like it's had some time to work its way into my skin, and I'm going to put on my next layer, which is another new product. And honestly, I haven't even tried this one yet. This is my first time trying it tonight with you. It is the Pacifica 100% vegan, cruelty-free vegan ceramide barrier cream. So concentrated ceramides, lipids, and calendula. So the ingredients in this were wonderful. Where'd they go? And of course, they're microscopic. Let me just read a few here to you. I do believe in layering. I don't, you know, as long as I give it time before I lay down and have it, you know, have my face against a pillow, which, by the way, that's another thing. Oh gosh, I didn't bring that over here, but I picked up these satin pillowcases from Ulta, and they are, oh my gosh, they're dreamy. They feel so nice to sleep on. And the funny thing is, you know, I get really hot at night. I start out freezing, and then I get really hot, and I kind of go looking for a little bit of coolness. So I will slide right over just a little bit off that pillowcase over, you know, over in one direction or the other on the pillowcase, and it's nice and cool. It's not freezing, but it's cool, and it's just very soothing. It helps me fall back to sleep, which is the funniest thing. I did not expect that, that little extra bonus in it, but yeah, it's really nice. I can't remember the name of the brand. I'll put it down in the comments below because, you know, I highly recommend one of those. And there's that pretty box. You know, they always have such pretty packaging. They really take a lot of care. I've been using Pacifica skincare and makeup for years and years, and I try to promote it because, again, it's clean beauty and cruelty-free. So, and most importantly, well, I don't know, most importantly, they're all important. You know, the ingredients are just, to me, from what I'm seeing, what I know, and what they're stating on their products, is they're excellent quality, and I see results with them, and I feel the results with them. So this one has in it, where are we now? Vegan squalene, love squalene. I have that in my DIY facial oil, which you can check out. I have 2 videos on that. One I did a few years ago, and one I did last year. I updated it for being over 50. First one was over 40. This one's over 50. I added a few different types of oils into it. So this one says shea butter, after the squalene, shea butter, glycerin. Oh, it's hard to read, but niacinamide. Lots of extracts, marshmallow leaf and root extract. I won't sit here and try to read all these and struggle through them, but then it lists a bunch of peptides. So you know, arginine, alanine, serine, you know, a whole slew of other stuff here. So it's, you know, it's clearly got all of the ingredients that it states on the front: barrier cream, concentrated ceramides, lipids, and calendula. This is, to me, a very potent, strong form. So I'm just going to put a layer of this on now. Okay, I forgot to open the insert. Okay, take my glasses back off again. Down they go. Okay, so again, this looks like this in here. I'm just going to do a quick little, ooh, and it's so thick. Do you remember Pond's cold cream? That's the texture of both the retinoid cream and this ceramide cream. They have that little bit of stutter, you know, the density to them when you, ooh, I kind of got a lot there. The density to them when you dip your finger in to scoop it out. And I think there's a Nivea that was like that too. It's cold. It's been in my bathroom and it's cold. Now this I will carry a little further up onto my lips. I don't want to be eating it, and I don't want to taste it, you know, as I'm eating or drinking or licking my lips. But I do get up a little closer with this because I want some of those ceramide benefits up around my mouth, and then I go over onto my ears, and then just down my neck. And now if I was had cleansed down across my décolleté, I would also pull this all down there. So now I have a nice, did I get enough up under my eyes? I hope so. It's kind of already drying. and absorbing right in. Wow. Okay, that's great. I may have to reverse the order of what I was going to do for tomorrow night or any night moving forward, because my next lotion, I didn't realize that was going to be quite so hardy. My next lotion that I like to put on is my Derma-E Vitamin C Renewing Moisturizer. So I'm going to attempt to put this over it right away, but I don't know how well this is going to soak in, so I'm just going to do a little, because that other one is deliciously, yeah, it's really thick and, or dense, I should say, and it feels like a barrier putting it on against any contaminants or you know, air pollution. Not that my house is full of air pollution, but you know what I mean. It's, you know, I would probably use that in the day. You know me, I'll use it whenever. I don't care what the package says. If I need it, I need it. And okay, so that went on top of the 100% vegan ceramide barrier cream. And this has a vitamin C, and I don't have the packaging to read the ingredients to you, but this also has probiotics and I have no idea how to say it, Rooibos, but nonetheless, it's got great stuff. I've been a fan of Derma-E, been using all kinds of their products for, again, years and years and years, and they never disappoint. So, okay, so now I'm cleansed. I've got my retinol on. I've got my ceramides on. I've got my vitamin C probiotic cream on. The last step in my routine is my DIY oil. So this is a bottle. Oh, let me just read it. Oh yeah, they fell on the floor. Okay, so my DIY oil. So this is a mixture, a combination of, I think, like 7 oils. I can't even remember everything that I put in here, but it's sea buckthorn, rosehip, avocado, sweet almond oil, jojoba oil. That's 6 already. Frankincense. I think that's it. So I think it's 7. And this has lasted me about 1.5 years. I don't like to use them past that. So actually, no, it's been about 1 year. So it's moving on to the, you know, time to discard and remix my solution. And I don't mind doing that because I do, or I'll just use it really quickly by spreading it on my arms, hands, you know, feet, legs, wherever. The one thing I will warn you of, if you're going to use this somewhere other than your face, is this has the sea buckthorn. Yeah, sea buckthorn. There's 2 different types of sea buckthorn oil, and one is the flower and one is the seed. And I believe I have both of them in here. So they have a tint to them. And you want to be aware of that for your clothing's sake or your linens. So, okay, so I'm going to let this set for just a minute more. And yeah, feels like it's pretty well in there. I will be back in just like 1 or 2 minutes to apply the oil as my final nourishing, hydrating occlusive to hold everything in. Everything feels like it's good. I'm going to move forward now with my oil. And so there's the color of it, as you can see that. It's a nice, rich yellow. So I just take 1, 2, 3 drops to start with. If I need to add more, I will, but I don't want too much on here because I am going to bed relatively soon. Oh, I should tell you, and this I just press everywhere, all up on my eyelids. It kind of can be a pain if I'm going to be up for a while longer because it gets on my glasses. I have so many issues. I'm going to add another 2 drops because I'm going to go down my neck. I just really want to press this in all around, and I do like to go down my neck, and I will go down a little bit deeper. I'm going to press this all in, make sure I've really moved it on. And this is you know, it's an oil, it's an occlusive, and it's got, oh my gosh, it's so full of rich antioxidants and anti-aging, anti-inflammatory properties and nutrients that it's just a fantastic blend of oils. It feels very luxurious on. Okay, so now, pardon the hair, a wreck. Now I have all of my layers on, and I should probably tell you, I start my evening or nighttime routine as early as I can. I like to get it on so that everything is, has time to absorb and meld in. I don't want it all just getting swiped off onto my pillowcase, which again, the silk pillowcases, it doesn't really do that. It doesn't get like absorbed into that. I'm telling you, they're wonderful. So if you haven't tried one, please do that. I am really kind of disappointed in myself that I waited this long to try one. I should have tried one years ago. And it also helps. I have frizzy hair, so it gets frizzy very easily. So, or dry, or what have you. So, if I had known how actually wonderful they are to sleep on, and the good night's sleep that I'm getting with them, I did not expect it to improve my sleep patterns, but they have. And I have kind of awful sleep patterns. I get up a lot at night, and I'm up for a couple hours, and so anyways, that's a whole other subject, and we'll chat. But yeah, try a satin pillowcase or a silk one. If you can afford a real silk one, even better. I just have a satin one, and I love it. It does the trick. Okay, so again, let's see, let me count the layers. So I cleansed, and then I put on my retinol or my Retin-A, whichever I'm using. So that's the first layer. And then I did the peptide, the ceramide peptide layer. And then so that's 2. And then the vitamin C probiotic, and then my oil. So it's really, after cleansing, it's just 4 steps, and they're pretty quick. I mean, you don't have to wait as long as I did, or you can wait even longer. Expand the experience. I'm gonna go relax, have a cup of tea, play with my puppy, and then I will be off to bed. Thank you for joining me, and let me know if you've tried any of these things or if you have any recommendations. Love to hear from you guys, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.